crois. Hey, welcome to the Annabelization podcast. Today I'm here with Anastasia. We're here in her beautiful home. We even have some tea and some snacks. Most importantly, we have a homemade smoothie. This is XOVA, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to meet the founder, Anastasia, today because she's been part of Women on Stage for 7 editions and more. And she's an amazing woman, and I really wanted to take this time to get to know you better, hear about your origin story, and just have some good chats. Hi.
Hi, Annabelle. Well, I'll let you sip and enjoy the smoothie. And, well, I'm honored and grateful for being part of this community and really looking forward to our discussion, or should I call it a dialogue, an open dialogue, where I'm coming as I am in my house.
Yeah, super nice house. I really love it. And she just made me this fresh smoothie, actually. We went downstairs in her basement where it all began. And then we basically took the frozen balls, which is the signature also composition, right, of these smoothies. And she said, let's just experiment, let's make up a smoothie together, and I love it.
So this one is peanut butter mango banana mix that we made without a blender, and I am still exploring, still testing, sometimes also jumping onto opportunities to follow the intuition like I did today and see where it brings us.
By inviting me to her home, she was like, I'm gonna trust that it's gonna be okay and that she doesn't do crazy things in my house. So I'm here in Anna's home, and she made us homemade chai tea, correct?
Yes.
With what kind of spices?
With haritaki and a mix for masala tea, just lots of 12 versions of spices that you typically use for it.
I mean, you can tell that she does things well, And to make homemade chai like this, she brings me to her home. She just welcomes me so much. So Anna, I know you have so many professions in your background. I remember you saying, you have a PhD. She studied a million things. She's going to tell us more about that. But I want to know, how did you come to this spirit of being an entrepreneur and wanting to create XOVA and push this product to the Swiss people? It's really, there's a mission behind it. Maybe you can tell us a bit more about that.
Absolutely. Thank you. I think I've tried to do many things in life, and at some point I wanted to follow things that come from creative states, and entrepreneurship for me was something that resonates with this idea the most, where you can explore where this freedom of your spirit brings you, and at the same time have good reality checks. And I also kind of assessed the world around us changing constantly from my perspective, and the idea of entrepreneurship did fit tick the box on the aspect of creativity, but also on how to keep up with this AI changes that it brings to us. I was really trying to deconstruct the whole purpose of work nowadays. How can I really bring value into all of it when AI does so much and it replaces humans in so many ways? And for me, the answer was very clear. Smoothies can sound as something simplistic, but I dared and to follow simplicity, to bring value in really daily life, and bring in something that is material, that is visible, that requires effort, and typically cannot be replaced by AI. So for me, the answer was somewhere in between using your creativity, your navigating system, and answering daily problems with a real product, not something intangible. And that's how it all came to this idea of pursuing personalization in nutrition, coming up with this format for the smoothies. And yeah, I think I still continue exploring, but the product is shaped. And honestly, Women on Stage was a confirmation for me that I'm following the right thing. I'm very honest when I say this. I'm very sensitive to now to detecting where this is my path and when this is not. And from the whole experience with Women on Stage, it's been just elevating me to pursue it, because I knew I get so much support for what I'm doing. It couldn't be the wrong thing to do.
Thank you. That's really sweet. You know, it's what really stands out to me when you're speaking. I really recognize you talking about internal navigation, you know, and I think not everybody has this even conscience that we have that. So I know you a little bit, but I want you to tell our listeners and our viewers, you know, how did you develop such a in line and in touch with yourself navigation system?
You know, I know it's like podcast. We want to formulate things in the best positive way, but my preparation for this dialogue was to stay truthful to myself, even if I need to expose my vulnerability. And I must say that a year ago, or like a year and a half ago, so first, exposing my vulnerability, I can tell you that I'm covered with goosebumps from the question, because it really resonates with my path. And like 1 year ago, 1.5 years ago, I took a coaching session with someone who helps to kind of navigate in the daily noise. And this lady, she was asking me questions on tapping into my vision, what I want, into what is actually signal and how do I recognize it in life. And I was lost. I was crying because I could not answer like what is right, what is not for me, and where to move. And then I started to kind of open up, let go, accept things, work with energy, do practices. Also, yoga helped a lot. Writing poems, from those who know me from before, also followed my Instagram before I turned it into XOVA page. Dancing, playing piano, tapping in all sorts of energetic practices. And I've had this, we are now friends with this lady, the coach, who helped me to kind of reconnect to myself. And I had a session with her a few months ago, basically to thank her that I know now, I feel it. And it's a truth that I know how to recognize your signals now. And probably if I had a mission to transmit a message in this podcast or with what I'm doing at this stage of my life, this would be to trust it and to be careful to follow your path. But staying still with your foot on the ground in the real world, and move without fear, work on overcoming your fears, and because kind of other things, they do come together, and it's such a release, such a joy that you want to continue.
I mean, Anna, I know her for what, a year now, something like that. And you're a very inspiring person because she has 2 children as well, you know, and you do everything by yourself. You're raising kids, and she's driving a business at the same time and coming to Women on Stage and doing all this for free, you know, also like bringing all these smoothies for people to try. And I've seen you hustle from the beginning, and I know that your brand is growing, and that's amazing. But it's we can feel the grit that you have. You have a strong perseverance from day one, and but it's so cool to learn more about how you feel like you're really on your path and you feel so sure of it, because I think that is such a meaningful tool for other people, is to find a way to find out what their true path is as well.
Yeah, I feel in the way you are seeing me and describing me, there have been a lot of internal fighting and perseverance and like strong drivers, but I tend to kind of it helps. Obviously, it helps, and I still try to move towards a relationship with myself where I do things with love and I treat myself with love, and that's where the outcome is the best, because you can force things and you will get somewhere, but you will feel misaligned probably if you force too much. So it's a very interesting exercise of balancing between strictness and kindness to yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, I want my smoothie, okay? I was like, yeah, you keep talking. I want a drink. Yeah, I mean, you feel misaligned, and also you can feel just burnt out, I think, right? If you're always chasing after something, but you never give yourself the time to check in with yourself if you're aligned with what you really want to do. You know, I felt that also with Women on Stage at one point, because I was always doing auditions, always, but I wasn't also taking the time to actually get to know the individual women the way I want. And you know, and this podcast is a way to take the time and to have a deep conversation about what is motivating you, and why is it exciting to have inspiring people like her part of Women on Stage. So for me, it's super great. And I need it. It helps me give meaning to what I do, you know, to these kinds of conversations.
Yeah.
And have her smoothies. I actually wanted to ask you this question that I think leads well after what we've been talking, is you have so much holistic approach, right, to your life, and you're so in tune. How do you feel like you are translating that into XOVA? And how do you feel like through your product you're actually giving that to people? Because I'm sure you've thought about this a lot.
Yeah. Well, the first excitement when I started moving forward with XOVA came from this feeling that it's so me, it's so aligned with who I am, this product. And I was doing yoga since I'm 18 years old. I tried it in different schools, different countries. I was reading a lot about it and kind of always wanted. I also had my bad experiences when I was probably 16, 17 years old. I was obsessed about fitness and like was doing like 4 or 5 hours per day every day after university. Like it was a lot, and I even became anorexic at some point. And it was very difficult for me to find the right
Balance. Yeah.
Yes, and I kind of set this as my objective to find it. This this well-being. It's a constant work in progress, so I feel like if you set yourself on this path, of course you have a lot of perks that come with it in your life, but it's also requiring from you to be dedicated to this path, to follow your truth, and it comes to reevaluating your mindset quite a lot, to be sure that you're not deviating from what is best for you. And XOVA kind of was the accumulation of all these ideas because, for example, nutrition is very important when you want to realign yourself.
Yeah.
And I thought, how can you bring it to more people, the quality nutrition? So it could be based on simplicity, and I think that the simpler the better. Like it's more understandable for the final client, consumer. If it's simple and transparent. So the more I was into this development phase, the more energy I felt I'm doing the right thing, because from different aspects in my everyday life, I thought, oh, this is me in this product. This is me too. I go running, I need a good recovery drink afterwards. I have kids and I want them to have their portion of veggies that I can hide into the smoothies because they love these smoothies.
Yeah, of course.
And there were so many...
Did you put veggies in here? She's like, I put kale and broccoli. You didn't even realize.
Transparency was one of the...
Yeah.
They will understand.
I love that though. I think that's so great. It's such a great way. You're right. With the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Smart.
is. With the kids, with
And the adults.
Yes, adults. Yeah, I'm still exploring who is the right fit for the product, but I don't really see big limits in it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I really align with everything you're saying because I also do yoga. I also want to be healthy, and we know the difference it makes to your mind, to how you feel, to how you take any decision afterwards also. Yeah, how you feel in your body, literally.
I feel like it's helps you to tune yourself into the right mindset on a daily basis. So typically, I think humans, we want something, some experiences, the wow experiences every day. But pursuing these wow things make us probably dependent on these extreme feelings sometimes. And I'm a stronger believer in rituals and daily discipline and building up to the right thing. So whatever helps me on this way is the right thing to do, and I think nutrition is a huge part of it.
Yeah, you can sense that Anastasia is a yogi. I feel like it's good. It's the right. You're right. Not chasing the adrenaline, chasing the long term, chasing the rituals. That's really amazing. But you know, it must be hard to build a business. And so, can you share with us some of the challenges you face with XOVA? But how do you overcome those challenges? And especially by being you, you know, maybe you can share some of those.
Yeah. Well, it is. For me, it requires a lot of courage. So I meet people who, whenever I'm at a loss of confidence, because it happens as well, and it is a roller coaster to be an entrepreneur, I always meet people, or something is happening that is always pushing me in this direction. I told you my story of the freezer.
Yeah.
Like, just someone offered me a freezer, and that was probably the boost I needed exactly this day. And I'm like, oh, amazing! I keep going.
For free.
For free. Yes.
Really nice freezer. It's like massive. You could even put the body bag. I'm not supposed to say things like this.
Well, it crossed
You
my
could
mind.
make so many. You could put so many fruit and vegetables in it. That's better. Yeah, but
Exactly.
that is like really nice winks of the universe when people help you like that with such big things.
Yeah, and I don't want to go into some mysticism or something, but sometimes it requires a small shift of energy to continue, and it always comes from the way you talk to yourself. If you're if you are really down and you can feel it in your body, really, you can recognize these states when you're not in a good place. Sometimes it takes a little bit of effort, even though it could seem like a huge step to transition into a new state. And I kind of recognize this mechanism. I know how it works for me. And for me, it's talking gently to myself, not being too demanding, and just making small steps. Just the smallest. Even if it's just taking a breath or leaving a hand to open my computer, or going when I put my kids to bed and going and preparing smoothies in the night. That was the initial stage before I realized how to automate, how to grow, how to scale. This phase required a lot of shifting in your mindset, switching on to a different frequency. I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, yeah. Energy.
Yeah, no, but I mean,
We
great.
need energy.
I also feel very energized at the moment thanks to the smoothie. And I'm going to try the tea as well.
Yes, please.
I want to. My God. That is almost spicy. I love it. It's really good. Wow, you can feel that that is some real chai tea, you know? It's not made with a sachet.
Yeah.
It's made with boiling the real spices. So we're going to be sharing the links, and so people can follow you and subscribe. What about your vision with XOVA? I mean, you've been doing this a year and a half maybe now. Yeah. And so that's still really young. So
a year, not even a year. No.
Wow,
Less.
a year. Happy anniversary.
Yeah.
And so in like 5 years or something, where would you imagine yourself with XOVA? It's a very hard question, but I still want to see what you say.
Thank you. Well, I feel that it's a big, there is a huge potential, and I want to go big. I have more or less my persona in mind in the first steps, but I don't see the limits long term. So I want to go international. I have a very clear picture how to organize the process, as I've been walking and developing it from scratch. So I think I kind of see this how big it can be, and I want to overcome the struggles, even if some solutions might be problematic, something doesn't fit the market. I will try to solve it, because that's how I take it. Like, I have my final vision of where to bring it, and then you get there if you're really dedicated to it. And I see big production sites. I see that people have access to this nutrition, not necessarily when you're like a CEO, or that it's accessible actually to everyone to feed themselves with clean, good quality products, and trusting what you're eating, not questioning and having to read every line of unspeakable, unpronounceable ingredients. Yeah. So I think I want to bring it to everyone. Yeah.
That's a beautiful intention. I mean, I can't wait, and I can't wait to have more flavors and try new ones as well.
Well, it's a dance for me to find the flavors that people like, so that's where I'm really addressing to all of you. Bring your ideas, your desires, your feedbacks. We're learning, developing, and will definitely come up with the best.
And
cake.
it's amazingly tasty and healthy. So, yeah, thank you so much, Anastasia, for receiving me in your beautiful home, for, hosting me. She didn't just receive me, she really made me feel home and giving me a smoothie and showing it to me, from the whole zero, like down in the basement, we picked the frozen balls together. That you make, it must take you quite a lot of time to make these. It's like these tiny little frozen balls with the concentrated fresh product in it, and then you add it to the shaker, and then you add warm milk, and then you shake it,
and it becomes cool. Yeah.
And it becomes cool, exactly.
Yeah. I call it the Lego of nutrition, if I may, because I realized if you want to go into personalization, you need like a composing element, and all the balls on one side is just pure product. If it's I'm taking blueberries and transforming them into this 100% blueberry balls. But at the same time, the idea is that you can really build what is needed for you, for your goals. Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah. And do you have one flavor / one smoothie that for you it's your signature one, your favorite one?
Thank you. I don't know. I'll try to translate this saying like your how do you call the person who is making shoes?
The
shoemaker. You're a shoemaker without shoes. So
what the hell?
No, actually, at the beginning, I was very much focused on to addressing what people need. I do drink smoothies. I actually was on a smoothie program for a year, which was the cream Budwig smoothie. It was created by a lady who was treating cancers.
Wow.
And the mix was a mix of seeds, banana, probiotic like yogurt, and lemon juice, like sheep yogurt, yes. And then that was amazing, really.
Wow, it sounds incredible.
Yeah.
With sheep yogurt.
Banana, juice of half of the lemon, and a mix of seeds and nuts.
Wow.
And you really restore your gut. So this is my favorite one. And then I recognize, like I also been following some smoothie programs with purely vegetable compositions. So right now I was trying to kind of find the right balance between health and taste. It's always a question who prefers what. People who are exercising a lot, paying a lot of attention to their health, and are probably already using smoothie as an important part of their health routines. They prefer health over taste. So taste doesn't almost matter. For a larger public, to discover the XOVA system, I came up with nice flavors that I really love, and the best test was mom's test. When my mom, she was very suspicious. What is this new adventure and idea?
I like that, mom's test.
Mom's test.
Test it.
Yeah. Well, she ended up investing in me after trying the smoothie. I think it's a good sign.
Yeah.
So I have this tropical, and I think tropical is my favorite mix from the curated blends. But the best feed for those who are into health, into training, is a mix of oats, seeds, avocado, peanut butter, honey, collagen, protein, and creatine. All adapted to the person's weight and daily needs. So this works beautifully. It has very nice taste, at the same time providing like real changes in your focus, daily focus. And yeah, this is something I probably would recommend.
Wow, thank you. Well, you've heard the expert of smoothies talk. I hope that you follow her on Instagram and that you try one of her smoothies because they're super tasty. And we will see you at the next episode. Thank you so much, Anastasia.
Thanks.